Yo, what up, man? Your boy Famous here. We rolled up on Unk Studios, man. This is home to a lot of great recording artists such as Keek the Sneak, Neff the Pharaoh, San Quinn, just to name a couple few. We gonna ride on in here and holla at the boy, the Gatlin, man. Talk about his new album, Elder Creek. Excuse me, falling all over the place. Elder Creek Market. Let's go holla at it.
I was doing it on Valor for real. Dirty stove time. 50-11 Pyrexes. All I had was one pot. 4 niggas, one spot. Rotating, one block. Started with the dro. Turn this hoe into a crack spot.
Gat, how you doing, sir?
How you doing, brother?
Bless, man. You know, I'm gonna get a little comfortable. Take off my coat a little bit.
Make yourself at home, man. We chilling at Unks, man. It's all
Appreciate
good.
it.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
man.
Shouts to Unks.
So, you got this new project called Elder Creek Market. You dropped it May 1st.
Definitely dropped it May 1st, man. It's out on all platforms right now, streaming everywhere. Shouts to everybody that's listening to it, man. I appreciate the love.
Now, I got a chance to listen to it before it actually dropped. And I put some ears on it. And I got to say, bro, like, there's not that many albums that's out in the world right now that I can hit play and listen to all of them all the way through. And your album, Elder Creek Market, is definitely one of those albums.
Thank you, brother.
Now, how did you paint the picture for this album?
Well, if you listen to my previous album, Florin Road and Master of Ceremonies, Florin Road and Master of Ceremonies is like a mashup of that, like lyrically. You know what I'm saying? Florin Road came out. Elder Creek Market is kind of like a prequel to that. If you listen to Florin Road, anybody who listens to Florin Road, pretty much just talking about where I was raised. Indigenous, celebrating my parts. You know what I'm saying? No diss records, no big me, little you type shit. Just talking about my area and where I came up and grew up at. Elder Creek Market is kind of before that. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I jumped off the porch. That's a store that we used to walk to as kids on Elder Creek Road. And,
Right.
they had the video games in there, Street Fighter. We playing that as kids. And,
Yeah.
as we got older, we started doing other things there. You know
Right.
what I mean? We're not gonna speak on that. Just listen to the music. You'll
Yeah.
get it. But it was kind of like a store that was like the center of everything, from a kid to a almost a man, not quite a man. But
Right.
just that era of what was going on.
Now, what's dope is, first of all, I'm from Oakland. Grew up, came out here in like 2002.
Shouts
So
to the team.
yeah, so when I saw the album, I listened to it. I was like, I've passed Elder Creek hella times.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
I was
right.
like, today I was like, let me go slide through the creek, slide up on Elder Creek Market, and I got there, and actually I went in and bought a little tea, bought some cashews and almonds and stuff like that, and I kicked it at the store, and I was like, if I was younger, this is definitely a spot that
A little corner.
a little cool ass corner store in the neighborhood, and I got the chance to talk to the people that was there. It's like, we've been up and running since like '81, and this was a spot where a lot of people came and hung out and did a lot of good things, and I was like, the store, the music, it all painted a picture for me of the neighborhood.
Definitely.
Now, I know you mentioned that we have something in common. Actually, is you mentioned playing Street Fighter.
Yeah.
As a kid, man, that's how I got my money. Like, I wasn't on the block, selling stuff, but how I made my money is I play Street Fighter. Give me Ken Ryu, I'm taking all your money. You know what I'm saying? So that was a dope
that
thing.
little bar I'm at over here busting niggas on Street Fighter for dollar bills.
Yep.
That's what we really used to do.
Real
you know
shit,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Shit. I whip your ass with Ken.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you was super dope, I could throw you off with Dawson. You know what I mean?
Now, if you could play with Dawson, hey, he was a factor.
I could throw you off with Dawson. Dawson was like, I'm gonna whoop this nigga ass. He Dawson, I'm gonna whoop. It just be them little references. You know what I mean? That makes you just picture. Man, I remember whatever corner store you was going to. Growing up, man, I'm pretty sure it was an arcade or some shit in there that you would, frequent. You know what I mean? And,
absolutely.
Street Fighter was definitely one of them.
That's what's up.
Things, yeah.
Now, I listened to the album, and one that stood out to me was 50 Niggas.
Oh, okay.
Like, that album, that song was dope, and what I didn't know is is Marva Jean is from the same neighborhood.
Shouts to the queen. Shouts to
Yeah,
Queen Marva.
marvelous, man.
Valecitos Way. Shouts to the queen. I was raised up listening to her. You know what I mean?
Right.
Doughy Rock. You know what I mean? You from the hood. Bellini Way. Shouts to Doughy Rock. So we got gems. You know what I mean? Shouts to Lynch. He spent a lot of time out there. You know what I mean? With Six and talking. And, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's gems from my neighborhood, from my sections. You know what I mean? Lil Pigpen. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Lil Pigpen. Shouts to Funk Central. It's a couple predecessors, man, that I watched. Also, not only from my hood, but like Sebo and shit like that. So it was that era that I was just watching them, create. And Marvelous is definitely, one of the big reasons that I even stepped out of my show. One of the first sessions I ever had was with her. So shouts to the queen.
Yeah, that's dope. I love Marva, aka Marvelous. You know what I'm saying? But with your album, like I said, I think you painted a beautiful picture. And you also mentioned I had to go back and listen to your album. Like, I'm here on my phone right now. I have to look at it because, the album Florin Road.
Right, Florin Road.
That album was crazy. And there is a song on there, to me, like that should have just been like a super South Sac anthem. Like there's a lot of records that I've listened to in this neighborhood, in this area of Sacramento,
right?
And the whole South was like, I was in the car, I'm smashing through, Meadowview, Florin, Elder Creek, and I had the record on repeat. And then something else that was interesting about this Florin Road album, I believe all the cats that's on this album is straight from South Sacramento.
I'm glad you noticed that. Like, when I do my music, when I create whole bodies of work, I think about the whole body of work. I come with the title, it'd be the first thing. You know what I'm saying? So with Florin Road, everything had to be Florin Road. You know what I mean? Like, or some extension of it. You know what I mean? You ride the Florin Road is a long street, first of all.
Absolutely.
So you go this way, you go to Gardens, you keep going, you end up in Meadowview, you end up with, you go further down, you end up in the creek. So and it's all these people, you know what I mean? T Nutty, Sebo, Marvelous, Doughy Rock, you know what I mean? Who else I get on there? Smig Dirty,
right?
Lav. Everything was South Sac related, you know what I mean? It was all like an extension of Florin Road. So that was the embodiment of Florin Road. Elder Creek the same way. Elder Creek Market the same way. Jack Thriller, you know what I mean? He's from the Creek. My homie AD, he was an artist on Funk Central Records with Lil Pig back in the day. AD, and that's it. You know what I mean? I wanted to, I can go, get anybody on my shit.
Right.
But I like for the project to make sense as a whole. You know what I mean? I can't go get a Meadowview cat on the Elder Creek Market album. Just don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Meadowview got all my favorite rappers. So, you know what I mean? But I have to stick to the formula, you know what I mean, and stay on subject, I think that's kind of what, the game be lacking. Just, I like to listen to bodies of work, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I like to put out the music in a whole embodiment. Like, you gotta listen to the whole project. There's no single on there for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have to go, and there's something for you throughout the journey.
You definitely got great bodies of work. How long have you been an artist?
Man, I've been, rapping, for a long time, man, quite a few years, but it's been about 7-8 years since I really started, like, putting money into my shit, really, like, taking my shit seriously, I've been on a slow grind with this shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I try to make sure everything I put out just hit, like, my first year, I dropped, like, 6 projects, street albums, mixtapes and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, just to show motherfuckers that I'm working, and I've always been consistent every year, complete, bodies of work, you know what I mean? 2-3 times a year. So I just been consistent like that, putting my money in, reaping the benefits, enjoying the fruits, enjoying this shit. I've been doing this shit for so long now, I just feel like everything that I do has to be even more, boom. You know what I mean? Boom. Shit, I might want to do something else in life. That might be the last one from me. You know what I mean? So if that's my last situation, then let it be, the hardest shit I could possibly come up with.
And that is spoken like a true artist, man. Like, I've done work, and I always believe you are only good as your last thing. So that's why I always treat everything like it's my first time. Yep. Like, I got the love for
always
it.
Hungry.
I'm gonna make sure that every time I step up to the bat, I'm trying to knock this motherfucker out.
Definitely.
Definitely. Do you remember your first rhyme?
You know what it was about? You know, I don't remember the rhyme.
Yeah.
But it was I'm a Lakers fan.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it was a rhyme about Magic Johnson. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Hella years ago, man. Like it was a Magic Johnson rap. You know what I mean? But you know, that was just me being a kid. You know what I mean? But when I really was like, oh, I got some shit. I can't remember none of that shit. You know what I mean? I smoke. I'm a heavy smoker, my shit. But I do remember like. Before I started rapping, I was doing like spoken word and poetry, and you know what I mean. I used to listen to songs, and if they were inspiring enough, I would like change whole words and you know see how I sound rapping they shit. You know what I mean. See if I can, you know, come with patterns. You know what I mean. That's how I started developing my patterns, like changing words of other rappers and shit. You know what I mean. Not putting out and not recording nowhere. Just in my head, like I might be able to, you know, get a little, little steez about myself, you know what I mean? And, you know, once I just started growing up, man, and realizing that motherfuckers was paying attention to the shit that I was saying, like, okay, man, I take this shit seriously, you know what I mean? And I done went to school, I got a couple degrees, all the shit, you know what I mean? So I put a timetable together and say, man, let's take a stab at this shit. Right. You know, and, shit, man, I'm enjoying the ride, man.
That's what's up. Now, since I've been in Sacramento, my cousin, I got a couple of cousins out here, but one, he doing his rapping thing, go by Tent Mac.
And, I know Tent, that's my brother. Yeah. He just came and fucked with us at the last video shoot. Yeah. He brought that pretty ass Benz out. Shout to Tent.
Yeah, he is the one who first told me about you. He was like, yo, man, you gotta listen to this cat named Gatlin. You gotta listen to him. He hella hard. And I listened to the record. Like, I listened to him, and I'm like, yo, bro, it's hard. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, I worked at the radio station here and stuff like that. And, you know, I got more exposed to your music. And even listening to your stuff from then to right now, one thing that I can tell you about your music is that you are consistent with quality. There is a lot of artists here in Sacramento who be half-assing. And I gotta say, when I listen to your music, like I said, everything sounds intentional. You have the right people doing the video. You got the right people producing the album. You got the right mix on it. Like, the levels of it is great. And not even just all of that, because there's more to it than that. The content is consistent.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's meaningful. It's on purpose. Right. And I think you are a great storyteller. You enunciate very well. You pronunciate very well. Yeah. And when I'm listening to your music, I can really like picture everything you saying. And it's just like the episode, the video that you got out now. I mean, I'm looking at the video. The video is so clean. You know, you spitting so nice. And it's just, it sucks me in. Like, it takes me in. I'm like watching a movie.
They put a story behind that shit, man. Shots to my man. Bub is super dope. You know what I mean? And I've been knowing Bub for quite some time. And every time we've seen each other, like, bro, we gotta work, bro. We gotta work. It took all the way up to like last year for me and Bub. Well, really, he shot, the very first video he shot of mine was a diss record. And it was, it was the I Smell Pussy record. And ever since then, I just been fucking with him, you know. And I do a lot of different shit other than just shoot videos. Right. So he's available for all the other shit that I do, my vlogs, you know. So when you develop that relationship, man, the motherfucker, he know what I'm trying to do. He got his own ideas, so I ain't gotta, you know, rely all the way on myself. I can kind of be like, okay, yeah, that sound dope too. He know what he doing, man. So shouts to Bub, and we shot a whole movie to this album, man. You know, we got 3 episodes. We just dropped the first one, featuring D-Dub. You Can Never Say, and and it's a whole script behind the shit, man. You know, we getting it done.
You know, and to be one of the hardest working cats that I've seen. You know, you are really a really humble ass cat. Like,
I just be chilling, dog.
You around some legit ass superstars. I know you in with the regime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The homie Yuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, a lot of cats would be in that situation to be like, man, you can't even talk to me, bruh.
Man, I just be chilling, dog. Yeah. You know, like, I grew up listening to Yuck. That's what's crazy, man. It's like the resume is so long. My resume is crazy long. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And all it is just people that I grew up listening to. Half of them is, you know what I mean? And it's just like a bucket list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Yuck situation, you know, blossomed into what it is now, and I'm super grateful for that. But even still, I'm chilling, man. You know?
To be rapping with people like the Yuck Mouths, the Sebos, the T Nutties, the Marvelouses, and stuff like that.
I was fans of them first, you know what I mean? And then just to be colleagues now is a whole nother, you know, thing. You know, doing albums with San Quinn and Mitchie Slick, and, you know what I mean? That type of shit. It don't come with just, you know, saying, hey, let's do it, man. It got to be people around you that see something and want to do
Here's something else that I like about your records that I listen to. All of the records, like I said, with all of these superstars that's on it, you haven't been out-rapped by any of these superstars that's on the record.
I ain't going to let you kill me.
You know, and that's, I'm like, yo, it's like... You know, I've listened to the Double Dragon album. Yeah. You know, even on stuff like I listened to the records with T Nutty, with Lavish D, Smig Dirty. Yeah. Like, y'all sound great together. And there's one thing that I think is horrible. Like, you say you're a Lakers fan. Me too. Yeah. Remember when the Lakers had Shaq, Kobe, Gary Payton, the Mailman.
Karl Malone was on
and they lost. They didn't make this shit.
Yeah.
So it's one thing to have all of these great players on one team.
Yeah.
And the shit sometimes just don't sound good.
Yeah.
But
true.
With you got these you do records with people of high caliber and you still shine. They don't dim your light. Like, you don't actually even need anybody else on the record, and you had these superstars on the record, and y'all sound great together.
I be having the idea with the song, man. That's what it be. You know what I mean? Because like, if I'm on your shit or you on my shit, I know what I heard your music. You know what I'm saying? So when I go hit up when I go hit up an artist, that shit already be in my head, like what I want the song to be like. You know what I mean? It's kind of me conforming to you in a sense. You know what I mean? I kind of just want to jump in your lane and fuck with you on what you do, and that's kind of what make the shit dope. You know what I mean? Because I don't got like a set style or nothing like that, so I can rap anyway. I can, you know. So when you compare a Sebo flow pattern to a T Nutty flow pattern, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you're going from da-da-da-da to a
yeah.
Instead of me, you know, I'll rap fast with you, bro. Fuck it, let's just make the song tight. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll growl a little bit, you know, with you. You know what I mean? So it's just all about believing in the song and knowing what to do with the actual record, man. Niggas just pull up beats and like, well, that's tight. Write a 16. I'm gonna write a 16. What you talking about? You know the same shit. You know that shit. Talking that shit. Right. Let's just go in there and talk that shit then. Okay. Right. And we hear them all the time. You know what I mean? We want to build with the record.
That's great. So the album again is called Elder Creek Market. You released it May 1st. Great day.
Yes.
And even though we got this quarantine situation going down, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still find a way to get it out there and make these hits. Now, for the people who are listening, looking at this, what can they expect from this album?
Like I said, man, if you listen to Florin Road, you know what I mean, and Master of Ceremonies, just think about that in a mashup, you know what I mean? And, you know, like I said, it's a prequel to Florin Road, so all I'm doing is just going back to my roots, man, and just reminiscing, you know what I mean, about shit. So, you know, it's a nostalgic album on me, you know what I mean? And I know certain fans are gonna gravitate to it too, because I ain't the only motherfucker that went to Elder Creek Market. You know what I mean? So it's a nostalgic album, but at the same time I'm barking. You know what I mean? No doubt, I'm giving you what you want. You know what I mean? The music is there, the production is there. Shouts to Trackaholic, Racimo, Sickness, my man out of East Palo Alto, Trill Kicks, Jay Fresh, Scotty Bay. They gave me some super dope production on my shit. Yeah. You know, it makes my job easy, you know what I mean? So, you know, we just gonna keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I'm already working on the next shit. So you know, it's all, and I got shit in the archives. But with this, man, it's just a real nostalgic album, man. I had to do this before I stopped doing music, man. I had to get it out the way for you.
Yeah. But absolutely, like I said, I love the record. I love the album, Elder Creek Market. There is an Elder Creek Market in everybody's neighborhood.
In everybody's neighborhood. And that's so the thing about
anybody can relate to this.
Definitely.
Great body of work, man. You know, and off the subject of the album, I hear that you are a pretty good cook. So if you wasn't rapping, actually, I hear, chefing. You know, you got some chefing in you. What other things are you? What else are you doing? Because I know with rapping, you know, that actually opens you up to a lot of different streams of revenue, other things that you can do. Man, tell us about the Gatlin.
Well, we got a couple nonprofits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, that we run for the kids, always knocking ink. You know what I mean. Me and Pops run that. I do a little cooking. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, push a little merch. Push a little gutter work here. I'm actually working on my first real line.
Yeah.
It's called Animal Kingdom. And super dope. I got some dope pieces coming up. I've been working on mock-ups for like 2 years. You know what I mean. I ain't showed nobody nothing.
Yeah.
I just been slowly just talking about it. Like somebody asked like this. But yeah, man. I just stay pushing, man. Always stay dabbling a couple things.
Right.
I got somebody trying to work on some weed for me. You know what I mean. We working on some strains. We know some people in that industry. So, other than that, man, any other door that open, man, if it look good, I'm gonna step in, man. What you say?
Well, hey, I definitely appreciate you taking time. Gatlin, the artist, not just the rapper.
Yeah.
Not just the rapper.
Yeah.
Like I said, you involved with the community. Definitely. I think it's great that you take what you have and you're able to give back to the communities that you in. The kids appreciate it, and anybody sitting down at your table, they definitely gonna love the food that you preparing. Who fucking with Gat? I definitely am. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the time.
Yes,
definitely, I suggest anybody tuning in, definitely pick up that album, Elder Creek Market. Not just that album. Take a listen to the Double Dragon, Masters of Ceremony that I love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And definitely go back to that Flooring Road. There's hella other albums that you have. We could talk about that stuff all day, but I definitely appreciate you taking a little bit of time out to speak with me.
It's all good, man. Appreciate you pulling up on me. Anytime, man. Anything you need, man. Go get that Flooring Road. Go get that Elder Creek. Go get that Masters of Ceremony. Get everything.
Yes,
Get everything.
Sir.
You know what I mean?
All right, man.
Slap it.
Yeah.
We working.